everybody. I hope you are having a fabulous Monday today. And welcome to Amy's Inspiration Station on the Altenew YouTube and Facebook channels. And I'm so excited you're here today. And I see Miss Tamp. Hello. And if you share this live while we're live, you'll be entered to win a $15 gift card to Altenew. And Jelly is here behind the badge again. I'm so excited that you are here, Jelly. I'm so excited that you are here. I have, for today's topic, I have a little small confession to make, and I don't know if anybody else is in this boat, but I need a last minute gift idea. Tomorrow, we're doing a little work thing where we kind of everybody brings a gift and we do that swap thing. And man, I have no ideas. I don't want to go out and buy anything. And so I'm going to use what I have to make some stuff. So I'm going to do that with you guys. Fortunately, I don't think my work friends happen to watch this because otherwise they're gonna know what they're about to get. So I see Melissa. Hello from Kentucky. Melissa, do you have any last minute gift shopping that you have to do? And I see Carrie. Hello, Carrie. And I know Miss Tamp is here. And I'm so glad you guys are here. And again, if you share this live while we're live, you'll be entered to win a gift card. So let people know if you're enjoying this. Let them know to come on down. So last minute gift ideas. Anybody else? Anybody else in the boat? Cynthia, are you in the boat where you have last minute gift ideas or that you need some? Because that's exactly where I am. Yes. Okay, Carrie. Thank you for telling me that I'm not. Yes, and last minute crafty trade. Okay, here we go, Miss Tamp. Melissa, how are you actually done? You are amazing. You need to shout that from the rooftops. That's awesome. So what I have today, because I'm like, what the heck can I get people from work that they're going to use and might be good? And it's a little bit of me. It's kind of something that's a little bit personal. And so I was like, a gift set of cards, right? Because cards are something that we always need. And anyway, it's a good thing that you can kind of share that joy with somebody. And so I'm going to make some note cards. And I just got a new stamp set that I'm really excited. And it's new to me because I just got it. But it's called the Floral Halos stamp set. So this is the one that we're going to use. And I tried to pick a set. That was going to have a lot of parts to it that I could use because I don't want to make 5 exact cards. I want to make 5 different cards, but I want them to be similar in color and similar in theme. So that's what I'm going to do. I know, Tracy, I was thinking about that too. That's what I was thinking of. So we let a little bit of last minute gift ideas. Now with the envelopes, because I'm also going to put in envelopes, I'm going to tie it up with a nice ribbon. And so that's what I'm going to add to. Nancy, we're talking last minute gift ideas. Are you all done with your gifts? Because I know you have a couple of holidays that you need to shop for. Hey, how you doing there, Vicki? So good. And all right, Cynthia, I hope that you can take this, use this as an idea. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started and we're going to head on down to my mat. So what I have for you guys, a couple of things. And hello, Sissy Sue. I hope you are doing well. We are talking last minute gift ideas. And so I'm using this set called Floral Halos. And so my plan is I'm going to make a gift set that includes 5 cards. And these cards are going to, I'm going to be using this is just cardstock that I have, just colored cardstock. And I am going to take and create cards from start to finish. So I'm making inserts. I'm going to be stamping on the front and I'm going to have little card fronts on here. And I'm also going to have envelopes as well. So I'm going to do the whole thing. Oh, aren't they great, Vicki? I love the envelope liners die. And I have to tell you, I have sad news, guys. It's the envelope liners die set. It's sold out, which is so bad. But just put in that notification button because if you don't have this yet, it's such a great. Oh my gosh, Rosalind, you've even wrapped yours. Okay, you are my inspiration because that is way too much. Hi, Shiomara. I hope you were doing well. And I see Tracy from California. And yes, we have Jelly behind the badge. I'm so excited that she's here. Jelly, do you have some last minute gifts or what do you usually get when you have last minute gift ideas? What do you have to do? Or are you all done too? Like these other people, like Rosalind here, who's all done. My goodness, it's not me. So I have these little card boxes. You can get them off of Amazon, and they will fit 5 cards and envelopes relatively easy, super easy to do. And you can go ahead and you can put a little ribbon over there. Mine, oh, that's a great idea. Well, yes, that's a good idea. And Serena is here. Hello, Serena. I hope you are doing well. We are talking last minute gift ideas. So that's what we are doing. All right. So there's a couple of things. So I'm going to start off by making a card, and I'm going to show you start to finish how I'm going to do one. I don't think I can do all 5 with you guys, but I think if we at least get one done. So what I have done already is I have pre-cut all of the card fronts for my cards. I have assembled, I've grabbed envelopes. So I have 5 envelopes here. And I have already cut out liners that I'm going to use on my envelopes from the envelope liner die set, which is here. Oh, of course, you sent dog treats. That's so great, Nancy. That's awesome. Yeah, Miss Tamp, they're great because then I just grab them, the little tiny gift boxes. They're good to use. Oh, here we go. These papers are coming from A Love for Stripes. This one is set A. It's a little bright in versus like my card basis. But what I did is I tried to find card like papers that kind of went a little bit close to what my card colors were going to be. But I thought that was the way it should work. So I thought that was going to be good for that one. So that's what those are. So we're going to be putting these all together. So these are all the pieces that I have. So I have my card fronts that we're going to stamp on. I have envelopes. I have my card bases. They're already cut out. I have cut out my envelope liners. And I even have card inserts. So these are going to go inside my cards. And I like to decorate them just with a little bit of washi, just to make them a little bit more interesting. But I will leave these blank so that way somebody can do the photo book. Oh my gosh, you need to do that, Jelly. The photo book would be adorable. Oh gosh, please. And please post that on the fan group because we would love to see that. I think you should do that photo book. That's going to be cute. That should come together relatively quickly, you know, that little photo book. I think that'd be cute. All right. So I'm going to put these guys over to the side. We're going to get to those in a minute, my envelopes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a card front. So everything's cut. And the purpose of this, because it is a last minute thing, is it should be something where you can kind of get into the groove. So I'm choosing the same stamp set. I'm choosing the same piece of paper or pattern paper here. And I'm going to be using some stuff. And because I want this to be relatively quick. All right. So I'm going to start off by stamping a couple of things. So I'm going to lay out my design. And my first design is I want to use, I really like these large circles. And I like how the circles fit into each other. And these circles up top, they have lines. And then these circles have little dots to them. By the way, there is a die set, which is really super nice. So I suggest if you grab this, grab the die set because it comes with 4 circles. And these circles, you can see they cut out, these ones are a little bit more grooved for the circle ones. And then these ones are flat and straight. So you can always nice to have these types of dies anyway. And then these flowers, which are just really cute, because you could take these as the little small pieces and you could like do a bouquet, or you can even run them around here. So a lot of pieces. And I like that when I think about a stamp set that I want to invest in, you know? All right, so I'm going to grab a large one here. And by the way, for those for that stripes, Love of Stripes set, there's like 4 of them. So feel free to look and see which one is nicest that you might want to do. Okay, I think the smaller one will work. Okay. All right, I'm going to do this guy here. Oh, I see. One is ovals and one is little tiny circles. I'm going to go with ovals. See how that goes. And then I want to grab the very large floral that's in the center. And because these are going to be gift sets, I was thinking about what do I do about a sentiment, you know? Oh, hey, how are you doing there? I'm so glad that you are here. We are talking last minute gift ideas. And I am coming up, or I'm making, or starting to make a little last minute gift idea because I have a work function tomorrow and I have to bring something to trade. So that's what we're doing. So we're going to make a little gift set and we're using the floral halos stamp and die set. All right, so the first thing I have to do, because I'm making 1-layer cards, and the reason why I'm doing 1-layer cards is because that way whoever gets these, they don't have to deal with extra postage, right? They can just send the card, put it in the mail, and it's going to be a regular stamp. They don't have to worry about anything else with it. They can just work it on. I could even put, actually, now that I think about it, I can even put little stamps in there too. But all right, so I just realized that my stamp mat is just really, really gross. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to just clean this off. Really, really super easy. Just some of that Altenew stamp cleaner and your comes right off. So, all right. And just a reminder that if you're enjoying this, while we're live, we would love it if you would share this, and you will be entered to win a gift card from Altenew for $15. And Jelly will announce that winner at the end of our show. Okay. All right. So what I want to do with these large stamps is I'm going to do a really, really kind of basic cluster here, where I'm going to take these and I'm just going to move them out. So I just want to extend these lines out. So that's what my end kind of result is going to be. I think that's kind of nice. But because I'm doing a 1-layer card, I got like 3 layers. So we're going to have to do some masking. So what I did off camera is I took the Altenew masking paper. This stuff is great to have around. And the way it works is one side has the Altenew design on it, and on the other side is white. So you're going to stamp on the white side. And what I did, I didn't even bother stamping. I just used my dies, and I just cut out masks. I could take a pair of scissors. These are going to leave a slight little halo, but we're going to fix that. It's just that way it's very, very quick. So I don't even have to worry about that at all. All right, so I'm just going to line that up where I want it and grab my stamp wheel cover, and we're going to stamp this. Now, I was thinking about, and I'm going to ask you guys what you think. What is your fastest way to add color to a project? Is your fastest way to color with, when it's something like this, that it's an open design, because we got to color this in. So is your fastest way to do it with markers? Is your fastest way to do it with, colored pencils? Or is your fastest way to add color, is that with watercolor? So let me know in the chat, what's your fastest way to add color to an open image like this one? Because I was, sprays. Okay, yeah, that's true. I can see that, Carrie. That would be very, very quick, especially if you had a stencil. So what's your fastest way to add color, especially when you have an open image like this? And that would be good if I die cut it out, like if I sprayed it on a piece of paper and then die cut it. Yeah, that's a good one, Carrie. So we're coming up with ideas of how can we make these like last minute gift sets. All right, so I'm actually going to use Obsidian ink, and this is why I'm asking. Oh yeah, coordinating stencils, if they have them, Carrie, of course. And Barbara, thank you so much for sharing this to Facebook. We appreciate that. And brick by brick, it's not my fastest way. Yes, that's true. Ink smooshing, watercolor, and splits. Yeah, spritz with color. Yeah, absolutely. Because that would be very, very quick. And if I also were to do like a loose brushes and ink. Yep. And that method, like whatever your method is. Oh, Lindy's, I haven't tried those yet, Melissa. I got to try those. Marker skills, add watercolor. Oh, you might be, Carrie. That's where I'm heading with. Oh, that's a great idea, Ms. Tamp. Start with colored paper and add some ink blending for variation. Yeah, those are all good ideas. So this is kind of like, I want to do this very quick, right? I want to color this in really quickly. And so what you decide to do, so however you're going to color it in, is going to be based on, so that's the ink that you have to choose. So your really 2 good choices are the Obsidian pigment ink and then permanent black. And if you're just not sure you want to do anything, I would go with with permanent black. I'm going to check those out, Melissa. All right, so I'm going to use obsidian because what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up coloring these with watercolor pencils because those are really fast for me. The other fast thing that I was thinking about was doing the water brush markers, and those are very, very quick. The only thing about the watercolor brush markers is that they are so pigmently, like so super pigment. And I wanted to make these a little bit on the softer side. All right. And just a reminder, while you're sitting there watching me stamp, go ahead and share this out. And I would love to know if you also are stuck for some last minute gift ideas. Is there anything that you're like, oh, I wish I had, it's not happening, and I really need some ideas. So I would love to know that. If you are also, like me, stuck for some last minute gift ideas. All right, I'm just stamping this twice just to make sure that I get a nice dark image. And because I'm going to be using the watercolor pencils, I think I want to take just a little bit. I don't have to do this. I'm trying to decide if I want to use some clear embossing powder on them. And if I use the clear embossing powder, the black lines will stay like super black. Actually, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that step. I could use clear embossing powder, but with doing that, I'm going to end up with ridges like where all of these little stems are. So I won't be able to blend quite as well. So Teresa, nothing I do. Well, Teresa, that is okay. It just means that you are a planner and you, unlike me, probably know what the heck you're doing most of the time. Oh my gosh, Stamp and Stitch. This, if you're asking about the stamp wheel, I don't have the 2.0 yet. That is on a wish list of mine. I don't have it yet. Spill something and now it's all color for me. It's a colorful life you lead, Nancy. Colorful life. I don't know, a stamp wheel, I have to say, I have had a few different stamp positioners, and the stamp wheel is fabulous because I don't have to deal with hinges. That's the other thing. When I happen to like press down really super hard with these things, and so anytime I would use a hinge, it would my paper would move or things would smoosh, and it just wasn't doing exactly what I wanted to do. All right, I'm just going to hit this really quick with my heat tool. And I'm just making sure that this ink is dry because I'm about to put a mask on it and do a whole bunch of stuff to it. So I just want to make sure it's like super dry. Now, what's nice about this is, to make all five, if I was not doing this on a live, but to make all five, I would have a little bit of an assembly. And so I would make one, stamp all the designs, figure out the designs, stamp all the designs, then color them all up, and then kind of do the rest of it over here. All right. So like I said before, I had already cut out my masks, and I need to line up the other stamps, but I don't really have to worry about this part because I'm not going that way. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to make sure it really, really hits right at the edge where I know I'm going to be. And that way I won't have super overlap. And for those of you who are like, I don't know what you're talking about. When we use dies, they cut like wider than the image. And so you end up with these like little edges to them, right? And I, of course, don't have any die cuts in front of my face right now. And so by, you can kind of see it here. Do you see how because I cut these out with the die like goes right over the edge. And so if I were to line this up so it's perfectly even on all sides, I'm going to get a little bit of an edge, and I don't want that. So instead, I am going to line this up so the edges that I actually am going to be adding something to are right smack on the edge. And I'm going to push the extra bits out in another way. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking some other little branches and I'm just going to extend the image up just so it covers more and feels like it's Like it's really kind of connected to what's going on, to the rest of the card. All right, I'm just looking to see, do I like that? I think I like that better. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. Get rid of that branch, and that branch will be there. Okay, great. All right, so let's see. Carol's here. Hello, Carol. And then I see Abby. Hello, and Stamp and Stitch. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. I'm not stuck for a last minute gift, but always 10 or 15. And I do make those. And in this case, I'm like, wasn't sure if like giving a card set, I was really thinking, yes, Tracy, we are masking. I wasn't sure if like giving a gift set where I had a hard time with that. If you guys kind of give me some ideas, do you think if you're going to give a gift set, should you add the sentiments or should you have the person who's going to receive it add the sentiments? What do you think? Would you give like note cards that don't have any sentiments? Or would you give cards that already have sentiments? What would you say? And Tracy, we are masking. So I am doing a very, very quick, or trying to be quick, a 5-card card set because, as per usual, I leave everything to the last minute. And I have a little work function tomorrow that I need to bring a gift for. Oh my gosh, Brick by Brick, you are watching and crafting? Oh my gosh, coloring a few mini stamps to have on hand. Brick, how are you coloring? What is your medium you're using? Yeah, Sue, I wasn't sure about that. I don't know. But Sue, when you're giving sentiments, you're giving like hello or thank you, like pretty general stuff, right? Yeah, Tracy, thinking of you. And Sue, I'm so glad you're here. We are getting some super cold snap coming in. Did you realize that? Oof. Not looking forward to that one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Made sentiments into stickers. Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking, Carrie. In fact, I'm going to show you guys what I was thinking about doing. And that's exactly what I was going to do. Make the sentiment stickers. Yeah, blanks. That's what I was thinking, Miss Tamp. Yes, I was thinking about that too, Adriana. Ooh. Oh, the Altenew markers. Yeah, that's a nice set. Those are nice sets. Oh my gosh, you have all of them. I do not. Collecting though. I'm getting there. All right. So now I have my overall design. I'm going to add in my circle. So this is kind of the big question of, do I need to mask where this is going to go through? And I think I do. I definitely need to mask up there because that's going to be weird. Actually, maybe I don't. I'm trying to line this up so I actually don't have to mask. Oh my gosh, I don't think I do. All right, so I'm going to have this circle come around. Oh yeah, I don't. Yes. Go right there. I don't think I do. Go me. Yeah, that's true. Thinking of you. If you want them to be daring. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. If I add in some sentiment strips. I think Miss Tamp, that's what I was thinking about too. And Melissa. Blanks are handy unless you know they have a specific need. And double-sided adhesive when creating stickers. Yeah, Vicki, that's, I think, great. And because it has those different sizes, you know, because the double-sided adhesive comes in all those different sizes, which is really super nice. And my circle is going to be wicked wonky, isn't it? Let's fix that guy. There we go. All right. Whoops. One thing you can do is I could lay this over the die just to make sure I have a perfect circle, which I think I might do. Okay. All right, I'm just checking it. Looks good. All right, Sue, thank you so much for sharing this. And you too can be like Sue and be entered. And I see that Tracy, you shared this as well. Thank you so much. And you too can be like Tracy and Sue and be entered to win a gift card. And we have Jelly, who is behind the badge today. I'm so glad she's here. Tracy, it probably is going to end up being 5 cards that are the same, but I got to tell you, no. So I'm thinking that if I made 5 cards that were similar, and we're using the Floral Halo stamp set. I just got this. I think it's really adorable. And this is the Floral Halo stamp set. And the reason why I picked the Floral Halo stamp set is because of the fact that it has all of these different parts to it. So I can take it and make a bunch of different things. So I can do background stamping. I can stamp just the circles. I can just do a lot of different things that, since I'm using the same stamp set, the cards will have cohesion to them, but they won't be exactly the same. Oh, that's a great idea. I like that brick by brick because it's use a stamp set twice, one in bold or non-traditional. Yeah. Tracy, do you have this set? It's a pretty set. I like this one. It's from 2021, but it's actually really nice. All right, so I'm gonna grab. I just want to see if this looks dumb. Oh, I actually kind of like it. All right, I'm gonna go for this. I'm going for it, guys. I'm putting it in. Oh, hey, Darlene. I love the stamp wheel too. It is fabulous. I'm thinking about grabbing 2.0, but I'm not quite sure about it. All right, and again, I'm going to end up using my watercolor pencils to color in my little image, which is why I'm stamping with Obsidian ink. So Obsidian ink is a beautiful, like, crisp black. I also, if I wanted to, I could use some embossing powder with it because it does tend to stay wet for a little bit. In this case, I'm not. So yes, absolutely. Cohesive, but different. That's what I was kind of thinking. A little bit different to them. Okay, so there we go. Just put that there. All right, so now we got both of these. And I'm with you, Darlene. I love the stamp wheel too. All right, so now I'm going to grab this guy out of here. So this is card number 1. And we are just at 4 o'clock. Yes, that would be so cute for Vicky, to just add like a little bit of dimension. And like I said, for I think if you're doing like small, small like leaves like that, I think that would be really pretty. All right, so I ended up again. I'm going to grab a black pen and I can take these lines and just move them around, and I'll do that in a second. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color these in. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, Tracy, about using the dual tip markers. But what I wanted to do was I wanted it to be a little bit softer, or a little bit, and I know I use like super, super dark black because I could also have used a gray on this, but I wanted it to be a little bit softer. And I like the watercolor pencils because I can take these. So like, let's say I want to make, I'm grabbing some, just should have thought this through. I don't know what color I want my flower to be. I have to go for a little bit of pink here. Just grabbing some colors. Yeah. I can add a little bit of shading, but I wanted to make it a little bit softer, which I know I can do. Oh, Carrie, I don't think you should. You got to do that and pull it out now. That way you can make Christmas presents. Think about it that way. Oh, and I agree. Yeah, Vicky, because if I have little snips, like I can grab those out and then add those in and have them be part of this. I think that would be pretty too. All right. So with the watercolor pencils, I'm going to start out. Let me grab some Rubelite, darker red. This is Heartbeat, right? That's Heartbeat. Oh, here's my pink. All right, it's got a pink. And I know I have an older set, so my colors might look a little bit different than yours. So with this, it's really super easy. So I'm just going to add, this is Rubelite. So this is like a dark pink. And I'm just going to add some color with my pencils, kind of thinking about where that shading, like where it is that I want it to be darkest. I think colored pencils for me, I'm pretty quick with colored pencils, I have to say. And I apologize. Sometimes when I'm coloring, I stop talking. So, ooh, I love that, Serena. And oh my gosh, Darlene, yes. I have to say, Serena, that's a great idea. I was also thinking about tags, because tags is such like a wonderful, like last minute gift idea, or even just bringing tags into this and adding tags in to this too. All right, so I can take these and you can see how I can take that color and I can start to really, really quickly start to move it out. And so it's lighter where I want it to be because I'm just adding in water. So this is, it's really kind of painting with water. And I like that part about it. And so this little petal, if I want to add more color, I totally can. I can just use my colored pencil once it's a little bit more dry. And if I want to take color off, because I'm like, oh, it's actually a little bit too bright for me, I can just take a cloth while it's still damp and I can just pull some of that color off, and now it's a little bit lighter. Now, that was just one color. That was just rubellite, but I can actually add in, like if I want to make these a little bit more on the purple side, I can actually add in, this is lavender fields. So I can actually just layer that on top. And then when I add the water, this will actually pull both of those colors in. And so it starts to make just a little bit. And I love just playing around with this. And you can see how these two petals just look slightly different because I added just a little bit of that lavender fields. And I'm going to try to make this very light on the edges, but that's where I want to go. So you can see that those two look a little bit different. So, you know what, Tracy? I'm going to blow your mind. Are you ready? This is 110-pound paper. Oh my gosh. I'm not using watercolor paper because I wanted to, I'm only using a little bit of water. So you see the size brush. I have a really, really small brush. And that way I know I cannot add a lot of water. So this is really, really just a little bit of water. And I'm just going to kind of mess around. So here's some ultramarine. So you can even add a little bit of blue to this, like pretty dark blue. And so you can just get these kind of cool different effects. It's very subtle that you can get with this. But that's kind of why I love using watercolor pencil, especially when I got to do something really, really quick. And I don't mind like spending a little bit of time. So you can see how those are kind of different. So we got this purple, pink to purple to a little bit of blue. All right. And I can even add, I'm going to grab some of this Coral Bliss. And I'm just going to add just a little bit. All right. And again, if I'm going fast, I can just not even bother with that. And I'm just going crazy. All right. And the color goes on really, really super quickly. But it's a really, really easy way to color. So these watercolor pencils, I would love to know, do you have them? Do you use them? What do you think of them? They are really super fabulous to use, and I love them. Again, for something really, really super quick like this. Okay. That's the brushes you're using. So these brushes are the fine watercolor brushes, Darlene. They're from Altenew. They're fabulous because there are 6 of them. I think I only grabbed 3. I think I have one hiding. I lose stuff. It's all over the place. But they come in a great amount. Actually, no, I think I do have them all. They come in this like ridiculously tiny small guy, and the biggest one is a number 6. And I usually use the number 4, but they do a great job at keeping their shape. And I love how they have this, so it's like a little ergonomic, and they won't roll off your desk. See, they stay. So they are super fabulous. Oh, I'd like that tag. You are it for the swap. Ha! Oh, Lego builder. Oh my gosh, brick by brick. I got to tell you, we love Legos in our house. It's one of our favorite things. All right, so I'm going to grab some red, a little bit more red, but dark red. And I want to grab some yellow. Let's grab some yellow. I'm going to do the middle here. So just a tad bit. And this is a really, really tiny spot. So I am not going to do that much. This is mostly going to be yellow and orange. And you can see these are little tiny guys on the side. And again, I'm using this number 1. And I'm using the number 1 because it's giving me a ton of control. And it's not going to hold that much water onto it, except for that one time. Using them in the yes, you should. You're going to love them. They're really great. The set that I have is an older set. I think I just got the new set and it's in a box downstairs and I just haven't grabbed it. So I'm going to go to like the teeniest, tiniest brush just to pull. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Just to pull this water out. And since this is such a, like a really small little section, you can see I'm going to try to alternate petals just so I don't run into each other. All right, that's a lot of water on that section. So let's pull that off. Sometimes that first drip is a lot. All right. And when it's dry, if I want to add more, I can. Yes, the watercolor brush markers are fabulous. Oh my gosh. It's amazing, Carrie? Like when you have the right tools, things become so much easier. They really, really do when you have the right tools. I definitely would say that. They help a lot. In fact, I got these, don't tell anybody, but I got these for my my niece because she's an artist. She loves drawing. So I got these. Brushes are sold out. Oh, good. Darlene, yes, you definitely want, these are great. I love them. It's a great set. I have a couple of them, but it's really, really easy to do. All right, I'm going to do some green and I'm going to go along in the same way. Now, I want to add a little bit of like a mossy green because I always do that. And sometimes I add a little bit of a teal with my greens as well. Just depends on how I'm kind of feeling. So I'm going to just add a little bit of moss where it is very dark. And then, of course, I need a little bit of nice bright green. And then I'm going to add just a bit of teal right over there. Okay. So now when I bring my brush, I'm going to switch back to that one because I have a little bit more surface here. So I'm going to start to go those. And because I'm just using the water, it's just going to blend right on the cardstock. So I have this nice, and again, I'm going for a soft look. I don't want this to be super bold. So I'm actually going for a soft look. And so now I know I would actually have added that. All right. And now on here as well, I can pull those out a little bit more, especially because this is a little bit bigger. All right. So that's my moss. I'm going to add in my green and just a little bit of blue. And this will just give that kind of appearance of teal. And fun science fact for the day, there are two forms of chlorophyll. One is like a yellowy green and the other one is looks a lot like that. It's like a bluey green. So I think that's why I always add a little bit of blue when I do this. All right. And here we go. All right, so I have a little bit of extra. I probably went a little bit too much on this side, and that's okay because I'm going to grab some of this pigment and I'm going to throw it over here. That's on my brush. Just going to add that over there. And now I got one more leaf. And sometimes, a lot of times what I'll do is I actually do the leaves first because I feel that helps to find where all the flowers are. Because sometimes they like to hide a little bit, those flowers. This one especially, like there's these little tiny guys hiding around here. All right, a little bit of blue. Okay, and here we go. I'm going to finish for homework. I'm going to do one because Tracy, I have some other things. We're going to talk about what do we do about an envelope and the liners, like what do we do about the inside of the cards? And we had some great ideas for sentiments. Like, should I add sentiments? I can put sentiments in. I can, stamp them out and then put them in as, like stickers that people could add on if they wanted to. But I'm going to finish up one card and start there. I'm going to do the rest for homework. So that's what I was thinking, because there's just no way I'm going to get all of this done. All right. So now I have all these like little tiny guys over on the side. So when you have tiny guys like this, I want to pick a nice color I don't have to go too bold because it is a little bit of a tiny space. So you just have to be mindful just how much you're adding and what you're doing. So I'm just going to do little tiny bits over here, little tiny bits. And I'm just going to get, in fact, these guys, I'm going to do in a yellowy green. Here we go. And what I like about the pencils is I'm just adding in color like super quick. And then I can, I'm just going to move that color with the water. And while I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and do my centers of my flowers. Okay, now we're going. And the way I like to do it is I'm going to stay. So I'm going to be all green. I'm going to do all greens right now. And then I'm going to switch over and do my flowers to be the same. And there's a lot of little tiny things in here. I actually like it when there's images with little tiny things. And I can even take this little extra and just go ahead and I'm not even adding, I'm just taking color from here because I had a lot and I'm just going with it. There we go. And let me do a little bit of my yellow. So clean off my brush and just move this little yellow guy around. There we go. Little yellow guy. All right. So now I'm going to come in with my flowers. And these are smaller. So I'm actually going to make them a little bit of some different colors. Let me do blue. Let me do some blue over here. Just so they don't like mesh in and they're a little bit different. And this one over here is very tiny. So I'm going to make him, I'm going to make him this color. And then these guys over on the side, I'll just add this because it's in my hand. There we go. All right. So now I'm going in here. Oh, such a pretty blue. That's got to be Persian blue. My favorite one. Okay, and up there. All right, now I'm switching over to purple, so I'm going to do different. Yes, I know. And that's the other thing too, brick by brick, about the envelopes. So that's why I wanted to make a 1-layer card because I wanted to make sure it fit. There was an extra postage. And since I'm giving these away as a gift set, I wanted to make sure that it was all, everything was going to be cohesive and was going to work. All right, so I got other little guys up here. So I'm just putting this color on the bottom and then I can just grab some water and come on in. Now, if I'm like, I want to add more depth or I want to do shading, I'm just going to wait for this to dry and then I can add those colors in. All right, I'm just going to do a little bit of blue here. I'll add some orange. Add some orange down there. And I'm good. Okay, so I'm going to move on. There we go. All right, great. Okay, so now, yes, or I can just do it. That was actually one of my other designs, and I'll show you guys my other designs real quick. But one I was going to do was where I stamped all over and just did like a spotlight. So I have a couple of other designs that I wanted to do. All right, so that's my card. And yes, again, we have Jelly behind the badge. And Jelly, we've got 15 minutes before you pick our winner. So if you haven't already, please share this live while we're live, and you will be entered to win. Just let us know where you shared it to, and Jelly will pick our winner. And I'm so excited that you're here today, Jelly. I do hope that you end up making that little photo book. It's going to be really, really cute. And I think so personalized, I think everybody likes that where they see like, oh, your year in review or all the fun things we did together, etc. I think that would be great. All right, so that was my colored pencils, really, really super fast. So now I have this card front and I use the floral halos. So again, what we're doing is we're making a card set. And so how do we get all of this together to make it look super cohesive? So what I have already done is I already pulled out 5 card bases. This is just I just wanted to use wrap it up. Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you, Carrie. This is, so I just grabbed some like colored cardstock just to make it a little bit different because a lot, it's not white. And I can take this and I'm just going to add this right on because I've already cut this off. So we're good. Okay. So this I'm just going to tack right onto my card base because it's already ready to go. And of course, if you have like a stamp or a handmade stamp, you can add that onto the back of your card so people know where it was that made it. So there's my little card. So cute. I'm not putting a sentiment on. We already had that conversation about sentiments. And then I want to add in an insert. So what I typically do for card inserts is I typically will use washi tape. And Altenew has some like, really awesome washi tapes. And so this one I actually made using these two washi tapes. And Jelly, I know you're like, Amy, I don't know which washi tapes you're talking about. And that's probably true. I'm going to pull this out. I don't think I graphed this one. Oh, that's some polka dot one we have. This one is navy gold trim. That one is great. So this is called the navy gold trim washi tape. So I just lined these two up there. And then this one is out of watercolor stripes. And I'm like, if you guys are like, how are you yapping these off? And it's because I swatched my washi tape. So that way I know what it is to see if I'm out of it. So I'm going to show you guys how I do this because that washi tape is wide. It's actually wide. All right. And so again, we're doing this trying to be as efficient as we possibly can with our time. And so I'm going to grab 2 card inserts. So I've already cut these down to 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to line 2 of them up, and I already used watercolor stripes. So I'm actually going to use a different one, and I'm going to use this one. And I apologize if any of these are out of stock. I kind of hoard washi tape, but I love it. This one is called Round Art. So this is Round Art washi tape. And so I grab this, and I like this because I felt like this one especially went with my color scheme. It's kind of cool. So the trick is, and if you're nervous about things like moving around on you or etc., you can always tape the corners of your paper down. Myself, I kind of just eyeball everything. But for those of you who are like, yeah, that ain't going to happen for me, you can tape the corners down. And if you like a certain color pattern, you can kind of move your washi tape to that side. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get this, and I'm going to do my best just to lay this so it's right smack in the middle. And then I'm just going to push it right down. That actually worked really well, except I got cat hair in it. Great. Well, somebody gets an extra prize. All right. So, and any washi would work. Yeah. Yes, Miss Tamp, you got to do, because I forget where I get it from. And washi is one of those things that once you buy it, it lasts forever. And so a lot of times I'm like, I love this one. Maybe I'm running out of it, or I want to share it with somebody. And I'm like, I don't know where I got it from. All right. So with my washi, I'm just going to bend this backward and bend this one backward as well. And now I have 2 cards. Okay. Or one card. Now I'm going to take my trusty, I'm going to take my trusty cutter. And what I'm going to do, because I know that this has a width anyway of 4 inches. So I'm just going to put this right up at 4. And that's where my card is, because I know what my card is. And it's just going to cut it right smack down the middle. And now I have 2 inserts. See? Yeah, I know, Tracy. It's like an extra little bit. See, somebody gets extra smiles. Why not? Oh yeah, that's true. That's true, Drickbite. I do try to use it, but sometimes I do have to paste it. But you can see now you have it. It's cute. And then if you wanted to, you actually can like line up. So if you want to add like a little bit of extra, sometimes when I have an edge like this, I can take just some gold. In fact, I'm just going to grab some gold. This one is one of the gold washi tapes. There's 2 of them that are absolutely fabulous. But I'm going to grab this one and just add it right next to it. It just gives it a little bit of something else, like a little something, something. And all I'm doing is just layering 2 pieces of washi tape together. but it looks really cute, right? And because it has that little shine to it, and this is the green trim, so it's very similar to the navy trim, but it's green, so it's kind of pulling out some of that green. And you can even lay it on top of it, but this one I'm just going to butt them. And there we go. And I'm just going to put that right over there. And it just gives it a little bit of a finished edge to it, you know? I think it's kind of cute, right? So pretty. And it's nice. Again, you have that little bit of an edge to it. So now I have my navy card. So I actually wanted to use this one. So I thought this would be really pretty with it. So I'm going to get my tape and I'm going to put this on. All right. So this one, I'm just going to tape right in to my card. Now I'm not adding a sentiment on the inside because, you know, they can do that. But I am just going to put that in. So that's really nice. So you have this little card and it's all set and ready to go. Okay, now we got it. So now we got to deal and put it with an envelope. Okay, so I just use it with a white envelope, right? We want to make that kind of cohesive. So I'm going to do a couple of things. So I already cut out these liners from the envelope liner die set. And I used this pattern paper called a Love for Stripes Set A. So I already cut these out because I knew what I was doing and I knew how many I was going to have. And what's great about this die set is it gives you this little crease. And these are obviously double-sided paper, so you can do whatever you want to. But I'm just going to grab just a little bit of tape. And this fits perfectly inside of an A2 envelope. And you really do want like the square or the square tops. And I'm just going to put that right in. And how cute is that? And I'm just going to reinforce that fold as we go along. And then any little extra edges I can just cut off before I send it. But how adorable is that? How adorable. So cute. So cute. So now when they put that little card in, so cute. Love it. All right. And so now we're going to decorate this because I want to make it look, you know, a little bit like, you know, it belongs with the halo die set. So I'm going to grab the floral halos. I'm just going to pull this little liner out for just a second. And I'm going to put this back just so I can stamp on it really quickly. And what I usually like to do is I usually look for, so you could really do anything, but I kind of look at what my card is. And in this way, it's this one. And I can just grab any one of these. And I love these little extra branches. And there's even this little cutie guy here. So I think I'm going to grab this little cutie guy. And I'm just going to put this right on a stamp block. I'm not even going to worry about getting my, my guy out. And I am actually going to use some obsidian ink for this as well. Because it's, you know, it's going to be the envelope and it might be dealing with stuff. So I think the obsidian will work it through. Right? It's so cute. And it's just a simple little thing. Like how quick it is to just cut that out. That took me like no time at all. All right, so I'm just going to stamp this just right along here. Now, I'm not going to color this in. I usually don't, but you absolutely could because it would not take that much time at all, and we could totally just color this in. And it would be cute. But I'm not going to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so there we go. So there's my little one of my little stamps. I know, right, Sue? Old school. Old school. So cute. And I can even take these little tendrils and I can extend this along. Like you would see how cute it would be. We could just run this like all the way along. But I'm actually going to save them for the back. And I'm going to just use these. Do I like this one? Yeah, I like this one. I'm going to use these. I'm just going to stamp them like this and then move that over. I think it's going to work. I'm eyeballing this a little bit, so I hope it works. If not, sorry. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Off to the grocery store. I hope you're getting something good. Oh, my gosh. Serena, isn't this adorable? Again, so cute. There's so many cute things. And I have to tell you, this is the, like, instead of going out and buying stuff, feel free, use what you have, make what you have. And I know that, I hope I'll let you guys know, but I'm sure whoever ends up as the winner tomorrow night of my little gift card set is going to be super happy, right? Because now they have 5 homemade gift cards and they can do anything, right? It's great. I know it's so hard not to paint them. I'm like, Tracy, I know, Tracy. I'm like, oh, I got to tell you, it's the envelope wouldn't be able to handle it because these are thinner. There's just no way. What I want to do is I want to either extend that, or I'm going to put a heart in there or something else. But I'm going to draw that in. Isn't that adorable? All right, so let's put this all together. So now I'm going to get you guys where we're kind of looking at everything. I'm just going to reinforce that fold a little bit better. All right, stuff this in. Make sure this fits good. There we go. I'm just going to line up that crease with my fold. Just make sure it's there. There we go. Okay, we're good. All right, taped it, getting that tape to stay. You can always reinforce a little bit of tape. And there is my little card set. So that's card 1. And so I would go on and probably just stamp all the envelopes together. And when I'm all done, I can take these, have the envelopes. So I usually put the envelope next to the card because, like, oh, okay, these are together. And then I would just add them all into my little set, tie it off with some ribbon. And then that is my on-the-go thing. And like Serena had put before, adding tags in would be adorable. Anything at all. Just look around at what you have. And these cards, they are, people love them. You know that because you give out so many cards, but it's really great. So using, again, the same stamp set, in this case, I chose the Floral Halos because it has all of these little pieces to it. Setting up something like its assembly line, use that washi tape to make those inserts a little bit special. Use that pattern paper to make those envelope liners. Super, super easy, fast to do. And you have yourself a wonderful little card set to hand out. All right. And you can use the pencils in exactly without water if you wanted to. Ms. Tamp, that was a great suggestion. I could use just regular colored pencils on those. So, all right. Well, thank you guys so much. And I hope you are doing fabulous, Jelly. I will see you in the new year. I'm so excited that we'll see you guys again. And I hope you all are having a fabulous day and happy holidays.